Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Oscar Mikey. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting day. We have our Escape from Duckov and Escape from Tarkov collaboration. Both games are getting updated today, and there's some features being added with both of them and some cool stuff. Tarkov's getting a lot of like optimization and performance fixes and all that kind of stuff, and like a little something with Duckov. Duckov is getting a lot of new content apparently, so I haven't actually played it yet. I will go over it with you in the patch notes and talk about it just briefly, and we're going to start off with Escape from Tarkov. Make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss my live stream. I'm going to be streaming Escape from Duckov later today and actually diving deep into the update and exploring all the new features and stuff. So let's get right into it with all that being said. All right, we're starting off with Escape from Tarkov. I'm going to read through the patch notes with you and just show you what's going on with this game. It seems like the Duckov crossover part of this update is fairly small. They're actually doing a lot of balance and like performance improvements and the small changes and things in Tarkov. I'm going to read through all of them. You Tarkov like mains will understand a lot of this more than me. But yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off with the changes, a temporary collaboration event with Escape from Duckov. Players can take part in an in-game duck hunt task in Escape from Tarkov. After completing the task, players will receive a set of exclusive rewards in both PvP and PvE mode. Very nice. Added Steam-rich presence support for Steam players, displaying current in-game activity. Improve the game room startup algorithm to reduce game server launch time. That's really nice. We will continue working to speed up and improve matchmaking in future updates. Matchmaking is one of the biggest pain points in this game, I swear to God. Anything they can do to make that better, I'm all for that. Added visual effect to optical sight lenses. I think that's cool. I think a cool like glassy effect might be cool on scopes, but the thing is that scopes kind of like for a lot of us makes our performance tank a little bit, so I hope that doesn't make it worse. Improve the grenade throw synchronization to reduce cases of grenade position desync during throws. Thank God. I love that. Improve the AI behavior during looting. Added new container for posters. Okay. Added a chapter switching sound effect in the story task interface. Change the in-game weather season to early spring. Okay, the weather's changing. That's cool. I've actually never played Tarkov when it's in spring or fall. I don't think I've never actually played it when like the trees are all like orange and yellow and stuff. I'm excited to see that. Personalization. Add a new customization sets USEC, Fahrenheit, and Bear Arctica available for purchase on the official Escape from Tarkov website and on Steam. Both the games are being bundled, by the way, and they're on sale right now. So if you've been waiting to pick up both or one of these games, check them out. They're on a little bit of a discount. Balance and changes. Reduce the character level requirement for prestige from 55 to 47. Sounds good to me. Increased the experience modifier when finishing a raid with the killed in action and missing in action status from 0.4 to 0.75. So I think that means if you die or get an MIA, you'll be earning a little bit more XP than you were in the past. It's kind of nice, I guess. Replace pineapple juice craft at nutrition unit level 2 with can of beef stew, the large one, large Tachanka, I guess. Added the ability to ensure night vision goggles. Remove the found in raid sledgehammer requirement for dismantling the defective wall in the hideout. That's kind of nice. Added the ability to store money in the keycard holder case. I feel like that's a big one. I feel like that's a pretty big one. Reduce the experience gain for killing bots and bosses in the labyrinth. Reduce the experience gain. Okay, so you're not going to be getting as much experience when you go in there. Added new loot points at the school building, Russ Post Office, Kimov Mall, and Cardinal Apartment Complex on Streets of Tarkov. Added new ammo spawns on Streets of Tarkov and Reserve. Increased the max ammo stack size for the following calibers. All these calibers. That's a lot of calibers. I'm not going to read them out. You can take a screenshot or pause the video to read those. Reduce the overheat buildup by 30% for weapons using 9x39. Okay, so 9x39 weapons are not going to heat up as quickly. 30% reduction. Cool. Awesome. Task adjustments, goals, and means. Reduce the minimum distance required from 100 to 50 meters. Hunting trip, reduce the minimum distance required from 75 to 40 meters. Connections up north, reduce the PMC kill requirement from 50 to 20. Trading adjustments. Added a new offer for 5.56x45 M855A1 ammo pack, 50 pieces at ref level 4. Increase the purchase limit for AR-10, 7.62x51 products. X25 50 round drum magazine and mechanic from 1 to 5 per reset. And finally, reduce the purchase price of dollars and euros at traders. All very nice. And then we have like a mile long list of fixes. I'm just going to scroll through these really quickly and you guys can like pause and read these if you want. This is a huge list. little fixes with the game. So now we're going to go over to Escape from Duckov. I'm going to show you the patch notes for that game and hopefully sprinkle in some little clips of the new content, some new stuff they added to the game in there. All right, for Escape from Duckov, there's a few things that we can take a look at here. This is one of their developer posts. Escape from Duckov x Escape from Tarkov Chinese New Year patch is live. Explore the new map in Duckov Lab Area 37, where a fresh main quest chapter unfolds. Discover fresh new weapons and attachments, and go head-to-head with iconic characters from Escape from Tarkov. So Tagilla and Killa are both in the game. Actual Killa, and not Vita, actual Killa. But that's not all. This update goes beyond the collab with exciting new features, including a new mount, more base building, and New Year's decorations. Come join us in Duckov to Happy New Year together. Okay, so there's a discount, like I said before. They're bundled together for $56 Canadian. I don't know what that is in freedom dollars, probably like $45 American maybe. And yeah, there's a video which we'll take a look at in a second. They also published some actual patch notes for this update. Patch notes for updates 2.0.26. Here we go. So here's some things that they added. Add a new winter themed map. That's the new map, Lab Area 37. 39 new quests. Oh my god. Okay, that's what this game needed, more quests. Added various new weapons, attachments, items, and drops. The developers for this game are notoriously kind of vague when they're doing their patch notes. They just say, hey, we added some stuff. We added some new guns. We added, just a little bit vague, but we'll be checking that out very soon. New mount added, a horse, so it's only the one. You only get one mount for now. I can totally see them adding more in the future, though. I don't know that for certain, but I can see it happening. Certain attachments can now change firearm appearance. That's awesome. I love that. We've been like asking for that forever. Like just seeing the guns change as you add more stuff on them. That's really nice. Reduced recoil on the storm gun. That's I don't know if we needed that, but that's nice. It's a crazy gun. It's very powerful, and I welcome that change. Homemade shotgun TOS 66 and TOS 66 Dragon's Breath can no longer equip muzzle attachments. Their damage increased by 5% and range increased by 10%. Okay. Added multiple new base facilities, display cabinet, weapon display rack, dummy green screen. You could put a green screen in your hideout. That's sick. That's awesome. 3D printer. Oh man, I gotta check all this stuff out. You can now change wallpaper and decorations in your base. Yeah, so you can customize your bunker in Escape from Duckov, kind of like how you can do the hideout in Escape from Tarkov. You can change like the walls and the ceilings and the floors. Not the ceilings, there's no ceilings, but you know what I mean. You can change like aesthetically how the walls and stuff look, and they demonstrate that in the trailer. Maybe I'll flash that on screen right now. So they also added a red envelope crafting recipe, which is kind of interesting, kind of introducing like a little bit of gambit to the game, kind of like the knife case. You can buy a knife case, or I think you can craft it too. I believe there's a crafting recipe for that. You have a chance to get some really good melee weapons from it. But red envelopes, you can get pretty much, you can get a lot of high value stuff from red envelopes. You can get like the Barrett, the M107, like 50 cal sniper, the graphics cards, stuff like that. But you can also get like lucky notes which are worthless. You can get dumplings. I get a lot of dumplings from those actually. Kind of interesting. Vita spawn rate is increased from 50% to 80%. Nice. We'll be seeing him more often. That's good, especially when you need him for quests. Senior engineer spawn rate increased from 65 to 100%. This guy, honestly, I feel like I saw Vita more than the senior engineer. Didn't really see this guy very much, but he's going to be spawning 100% of the time now. He's always going to be there. JLab crate item limit increased to 4. JLab crate item limit increased to 4. Okay, is that like stack limit or something? Duck Miner now shows stage levels. That's the game that you can play. Improved art quality for some base facilities. Big ice increased drop items, so that's the boss on the frozen like challenge map. Big Jing stage added new blueprints. There's some brand new blueprints in there that you can get. This is another challenge map with a different boss. This one's been in the game for longer than the frozen one. And all quick magazines improve, faster reload speed, plus bonus movement speed and weapon spread recovery speed. That's kind of nice. I like that. I like the quick magazines. I have a tendency just to compulsively reload because I come from a background of like FPS, Call of Duty, and Battlefield, and I can't help it. It's like muscle memory. So that's really helpful for somebody like me. And then we have a couple of mod related things down here. Added static event task, on task status changed, removed extra mod manager UI instance from the main menu. Okay, cool. I'm just going to quickly jump into Escape from Duckov and show off some of the new features to you guys. So we got a new main menu. There's the camera here before, but now it's the lantern for Chinese New Year. And I'm just going to jump right into my last save. So here we are in the hideout. I've already crafted the new modules that you can install in here. You do it all through the regular way, through the blueprint crafting thing, and you also do your base skins here. But let's take a look at these new modules first. So what we've got is we've got the display cabinet, which kind of looks like a bench, the kind you'd see at like a soccer field or something. And you can display like your rare and valuable items here. I just put a bunch up there just as examples. I got some moonshines, a golden star, Bitcoin, tote bag, LEDX, Vitas helmet, just kind of like a display case to like show off your goods. Pretty straightforward. And then over here we have the 3D printer. This one is just kind of like another place where you can craft things, really. You can craft the conversion kit, like the modules for the guns. We got the STG-77, SKS, Glick, and Bison modules here. And we also have the snowy armor that was added with the winter challenge map. And then we also have something down here called the prototype keycard, a sophisticated keycard that supports high level encryption but doesn't have any data inside. I have no idea what this is. I got to play this mod for a while and try to figure out what this is. We need a CPU and some 3D printing material. This is new. This is new with the game. 3D printing like filament or whatever. It's a new item added for crafting. Kind of cool. And over here, this is one of the more interesting things. I really like this. I'm going to get to the dummies in just a second, but the weapon wall is pretty straightforward. You can just throw up a bunch of weapons on there and display them. It moves them out of your stash. So I'm pretty sure this saves you space. If I go into my stash, I shouldn't see these weapons anymore in here. No, they're gone. So I think you're effectively saving some space, just like you do in Escape from Tarkov when you put them on the wall. And then the dummies, this is really cool. I think there may only be 3 that you can set up. I just put some random gear on 3 dummies, but you can basically build a loadout. You can build out a kit, put it on the dummy, and then you can walk up to it and just apply it all, just like wear it all at once. Take it all off the dummy and apply it to your character all at once. So we're going to try it with dummy 3, swap equipment. Boom. And now we got Vita's helmet. Everything that was on the dummy we now have on us, and everything that was on us is now on the dummy. So you can see our space gun there, and yeah, it holds weapons too. So if you have like a loadout that you really like, maybe you got like a long range loadout with the M107 that you like using, and then another one with like, oh, I really love the MP5 and I've modded this one out just the way I like. I'm gonna keep this dummy loaded with the MP5, loadout that I like. Really, really cool addition. I actually love this, and you can see the different spaces that you can populate with whatever you like. And then over here we have a green screen just in case you want to take some screenshots, and like if you're a content creator like me, maybe this will be handy for making thumbnails and stuff. I don't know, kind of cool using the photo mode, you know what I mean? Love the photo mode. And then when it comes to the bunker customization, you can come over here and go to Jeff. He's going to have a new quest for you to turn in a few items, and then you can get your first bunker aesthetic, or like wallpapers, whatever they're called, wallpapers. So you need 1 coin string, 2 Chinese knots, and 2 red lanterns. I'm going to turn those in, and I should have gotten a new skin. I don't know if that's going to be like a physical item. No, it doesn't look like it. It might just be in here. So let's go to base skin. Oh, it looks like it is a physical item. But yeah, you get them. They're physical items. You can see them down here. New Year base decor, a wallpaper, New Year decor, pumpkin, snow. And so you can take those, go into base skin, and you can apply them as you like. So if I put the New Year wallpaper in, it turns the entire base into like a snowy kind of winter wonderland. It changes the walls too. It changes it to brick. It looks very, very wintry, very, very just festive. I don't know. We can add some snowflakes as just a little detail, and we get a tree and a snowman. I love to see stuff like this. Personalization, making your base even cooler, just customizing it a little bit, making it neat. And then there's also some pumpkins. They added pumpkins, not just wintry stuff. So you can take that out, put that there, and now we have pumpkins. Kind of a combo winter Halloween style going now. Really cool. You can apply the snow and stuff inside this little starting room too. There's a separate slot for that. Also, I just wanted to show off some of the items that were added with this update. I'm sure I'm going to miss a bunch of things. I have to play, again, I have to play this thing a lot and get used to it and actually find stuff, find the new items. But we got an Ash 12 in the game now. We got a smart sniper rifle, an AA-12. We got this, the chained Labries. I think this is from Tarkov. This is what the Labyrinth guy uses, maybe? I'm not a Tarkov expert. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. We got an AK-74U. Tagilla mod. It's just like Tagilla's gun, I guess. We got his freaking sledgehammer as well. We got Killa's equipment. We got his mask, his Maska. There's Tagilla's helmet as well. This is the 6B13 Killa armor, AVS. This is Tagilla's plate carrier, his armor. There's the freaking with the Labyrinth boss's helmet. We got some custom Duckov stuff as well. There's some additional bosses or like mini bosses that were added with just like that are not Tarkov inspired. And these are their armors and stuff. We got a cold resistance work suit, and we have an armored up version. We got a large beard, a pony mask, and a lion dance hat. Again, there's probably going to be a lot more items in the game that I don't know about that I couldn't get right here, but I'll be exploring that in the live stream. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. That's everything for the Escape from Tarkov and Escape from Duckov updates. Leave your comments in the comments section. Let me know what you think of the update, and if there's anything I missed or you want me to know about. I will be playing this in depth and in more detail later today. Make sure you get subscribed for that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys very soon in the live stream.